Hey, what do you think? Should we do this? Let's go.
Here's the setup. Cycle Oregon is doing their 7-day epic, the Classic. This route goes all over some of the most beautiful places in Oregon, and they invited me to do one stage and stay 2 nights. I could bring the camper, take in the sights, eat the food, drink the beer. Sounds perfect. The only hook is we need to transport the vehicle from point A to point B. And I can't do that while I'm riding bikes all day. So I thought long and hard about who would be the perfect candidate to pull off such a difficult, exotic, and extravagant maneuver. And there was only one person that came to mind. Dustin Long. Ta-da! I've never stayed in this thing with anybody besides my wife before. This thing's like 50 square feet. This is gonna be interesting. So here we go. Officially made it to Rainbow. Dustin and Dustin are ready to hit the trails. That's not true. It's raining. Neither one of us really expected it, and one of us forgot their rain jacket. So let's go see what this thing's all about. I like your hat.
Hey, thanks, man. Rider, okay. Charging, that's pretty helpful. Don't need that. Bike gallery. Oh, we kind of do need that. I got a rear wheel that's wicked out of true that Mr. Mechanic here knows how to fix.
I'm gonna true the heck out of it.
Hey, what do you suppose that is?
I think it's storage.
This is like a giant circus that they pick up, break down, and move to a different location every single day for the next 7 days. There's food, there's beer, there's bands.
And cool bikes.
Lots of bikes, acupuncture, massage.
Friendly people.
Lots of friendly people.
Oh.
What's up? Dustin. Cool, welcome to Cycle Oregon, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I haven't seen more of them though.
One thing that Cycle Oregon does that's really interesting, the experience is tiered. There's a gear shuttle if you want to set up your own tent and pick a place to stay. They'll port your stuff from one point to the other. And then they also have the portage, which is like the military camp where they set up your tent and you just roll in, stay in it, and roll out. And then they also go next tier, which is the RV camping. But to do that, you need to have someone that'll move your RV from place to place. And that's where other Dustin comes in. Is it still raining?
Hold on, let me check. It's fine.
Wheels out of true. I figured why not bring the broken bike to the event and have the mechanic fix it at the event.
Oh, you brought the mechanic too, huh?
I figured, hey, why not? There. So you find the point where it hits,
Yes.
and then just find the loosest spoke?
Yeah, in that area. Turn it, not even a whole turn, depending on how bad it is. You start little if you don't kind of have an idea of how much it's going to move the wheel. I use sound a lot. It's easier to tell where it's hitting, and then I can just look.
And then just one spoke at a time.
That's how I start, yeah. Just to get it straight, and then you can add the tension.
Find the scrape.
Yep.
Tighten.
So like here.
But what if both the spokes are kind of tight? What do you turn then?
If they're too tight, you could loosen a spoke on the other side.
And is a lot of it determined on how the spoke feels,
Yeah.
like laterally?
Yeah, like that's really loose.
So would you just tighten that because it's loose, or would you wait to see if there's an effect down here?
So I'm gonna get it straight and then I'll tension it.
So what's the thing, when you get a wheel built for the first time, the wheel builder always says, "Oh, bring it back after 600 miles." I never did that with this wheel. Why do you do that?
You do that because as the wheel gets ridden, different forces are going to get put on it, spokes are going to stretch over time, and you're going to lose tension. And so it's important to bring the tension back up.
So that's what I'm doing. It just took 6,000 miles instead of 600.
Yeah, so that's a good wheel build.
Jones Wheels
It's still
does
here.
a good job.
They did do a good job.
But also, word to the wise for the rider, you got to maintain it. You can't just ride it forever and it's done. You got to like...
It's not, yeah, it's just like anything, you know? Drop a little oil on your nipples every once in a while. On the bicycle wheel. Talking about the bike wheel. Anyway.
Winding in day one, staying in the space box. It's pouring outside and we are very stoked to be in the lap of luxury in a comfortable cocoon of dry, old stale air. Since Dustin is here, I've opted to sleep in the loft. He's down there in the main bed. I don't really know how to get into this. Very spacious. My feet are touching. Open the window, he says. Okay, let's try. There we go. My face is like 10 inches away from the ceiling. No sudden movements. But I'm stoked in this lighting setup from Light in Motion. Thank you, Light in Motion. Okay, see you in the morning. Good night.
Bye.
Good morning.
They're definitely the button. He made his own stem too. Look at the logo on the stem, it's really cool. It is 650. Let's go.
All right, player.
Have fun.
See you soon. Holy cow, it just went straight into fall/winter. Summer one day, rain and gloom the next. I feel like a little bit of a transition would have been nice. But it is what it is, and let's make the best of it. It's kind of cold though. Blazing speed. Cool setup. Hey, Paul and Gail. Hey, tell me about your bike.
Well, it's a 2018 Calfee, and it's carbon fiber. It's got the Di2 shifting, disc brakes, and the S&S couplers, and it's a really cool bike.
And it's our new bike. We've been together for 34 years. Yesterday was our 34th anniversary. We've been biking for 32 years. We started on a Davidson tandem, and this is our new tandem.
Congratulations. Hey, David.
Yo,
Hey, how long you been riding bikes?
more than 60 years.
What? How did you get into cycling?
I like a lot of kids, I rode a bike when I was a kid. It was freedom, it was mobility, it was a way of getting around. I was in graduate school, so I needed some way of commuting, so I just bought a bike to commute, and then went, shit, this is fun. Started riding in the country. And I've been riding since.
Yeah, just stuck with
Yeah,
it.
just stuck with it, yep.
Far out.
Yep.
And then what are you riding right now?
This is a titanium bike manufactured by Lightspeed for Colorado Cyclist under the brand name Douglas, but it's really a Lightspeed.
And how long you had it?
Since 2003, 25,000 miles on it. Yep. That's one lap around the earth.
No, this is a stop. Holy cow. There's like 100 people here. And I'm still full as hell from breakfast. I wonder what they got for snacks. He brought his own kickstand. Hey Manuel, tell me about your bike.
Made in Munich, or was made in Munich. It's about 22 pounds, so for the recumbent it's pretty light. Full carbon everything.
Hi, buddy. Yeah. Nice. Good boy. Or maybe you're a girl, I don't know. Right on. See you later.
Man, this is hard to keep up with. Oh, damn! Sarah, what's up with this new rig?
Hey Dustin, this is my new Monda. Pretty light, Di2.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I got it as a present for myself in January. I had a shitty year last year.
well played.
Thank you.
How was yesterday?
It was very wet at the uphill. Lunch was miserable, but by the time you dropped off, it was sunny.
Oh.
And so I got warm about a mile from the top and could just fly down. It
Ah.
was nice, but fully wet.
How many people are on this ride?
There's 1,504, plus a few hangers on.
That's a lot of people. Lava bed. Mordor. I'm so cold. Shivering. The body core temperature is not what it should be. This descent is so good. Hey, you're kind of hard to keep up with. How's that sandwich?
It's red.
Red. What does that mean?
Dustin, you are in trouble now. Stan's not going to leave you alone.
You're grappling.
I'm doing it.
It sure is impressive what Cycle Oregon does with this classic event. They pick up camp and move it to a whole new location every day for around 7 days. That's astounding. And not to mention that they put a lot of money into these rural communities that they pass through as a way to invigorate these smaller communities. And all the bikes, there's so many crazy bikes. I'm just saying. Well, there you go. With the chocolate milk handoff, that seals the deal. Cycle Oregon Classic in the books. There's still more to come. I just felt like that was a good way to finish the ride. Time to shower in a semi-trailer again. Well, that was awkwardly refreshing.
And the ride by the numbers?
4 hours, 49 minutes,
65 miles.
and 5,258 feet of elevation. Not the biggest day in the books, but if you were doing these 7 days in a row, that would start to add up to a healthy dose of road ragged rig. I lost it.
Jamboree, something.
Line?
Let me see what time it is.
Yeah?
It's good.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit here and drink.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Well, that about does it for us. 1 day on Cycle Oregon's classic 7-day tour. Just enough to get a small sampling of what this full experience is really like. Solid people, epic terrain, good food, good vibes, parties every night. This is definitely a traveling bicycle circus. And even though this is supported, it's still kind of a rugged experience for people, especially if you're camping outside in the cold and in the rain. Much respect. Until next time.
What an epic adventure. Didn't Dustin do just a fantastic job? Don't forget, subscribing is supporting. We've got Tell Me About Your Bike torso covers in the shop. Tell all your friends, and check out these videos from past epic adventures. We'll see you next week. Toodaloo.